Hello and welcome back, my pufferfish on steroids. It's Super John Bombo here, and this is Bloonarius Prime on his home territory. We're going to start off just playing the normal mode, and we're going to earn a crap ton of monkey money and some extra stuff for you guys. So to start off, the way I want to play it is I'm going to do a sawdust start here. Now, this is not going to be a guide video per se, but I think you guys can follow along pretty easily if you just, put your mind to it, I think. The main goal is money. You make money, things go easy. So let's make money, let's make things go easy, and let's dominate. I gotta say, this is gonna be by far the hardest Bloonarius that we've ever fought so far. So don't forget to press that like button if you're enjoying, and don't forget to subscribe. Now, if you guys have not played Bloonarius Prime as a map yet, there's a couple things you should know. And also the fact that I lost on my very first try of Bloonarius Prime because of this special trick that you need to learn. First and foremost, the map is called Bloonarius Prime because on prime numbers, the swamp opens up its butthole and shoots them out of its mouth over here in the corner. So what you got to do is you got to plan ahead, guys. You got to plan ahead and know which rounds are going to be the prime rounds, and kind of plan ahead for that and know which rounds are going to be more difficult. Obviously, no matter what, it's going to be an odd one, except for I think 2 is also considered prime here. So, yeah, no matter what, it's going to be an odd number, but you're still going to have to kind of like do the math or look up a list or whatever you got to do to make sure that this is going to happen for you. All right, and right now, all we're going to do for the next like 10 rounds here, 20 rounds, just farm. All right, guys, first thing to note is that lead balloons are usually a 28 and 30 thing, but they do start coming out the other side over here. So if you're not ready to deal with lead balloons, you could die. I think the best thing to do, in my professional opinion, is to put our wizard kind of right before the butthole and get that wall of fire. And for a long time here, we should be really, really good against the balloons. Cam detection, could have cam detection, and pops group balloons really well. Only real weakness is the purple balloons. And things are just going to go good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a monkey commerce on round 28 here, and then all of my farms that are in range here are going to be extra specially cheap. Save like $600 per. So we're going to go for that bigger radius, get this farm in there, and looks like we can fit 4 farms pretty easily in here without wasting too much space or anything. And that is looking delish. All right, guys, 36, the first round where we're actually starting to struggle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with just getting a quick Buccaneer in here. Just kind of like a random cannon ship, I feel like. Good for the group balloons, good for regular balloons, good for, kind of whatever you want to do here. And, of course, whenever you get this guy, you go with that fast shooting and double shot. And then what I want to do is I want to get ready for Bloonarius. So the way that I'm going to do this is I always like my tack shooter friend. So we're going to go for a tack shooter over here. We're going to go for basically a bottom path overdrive up to faster shooting, and we're going to alchemize him and get him all set up here. And then we're going to still figure out how we're going to deal with the ceramics. So I'm also just going to get some cam detection on our Dart Monkey here, I guess. But we're going to go for that overdrive, faster shooting, alchemize him, and then if we need to, we absolutely do this, guys. We sell a farm, we sell 2 farms to make that Bloonarius get defeated as easily as we possibly can. But here's the trick. You guys might not know this, but when Bloonarius shoots out his ceramics, I lost my first time because I didn't know this. I planned my defense around here. When he pops out his balloons, they're going to go like this, and they're going to leak out over here. And actually leak out this direction, which is quite unique, but I guess acceptable. Not the end of the world or anything like that. So what we want to do is we want to get some ice tower set up, get a permafrost and enhanced freeze, get a permafrost, get a larger radius, do something like that. And then you just want like a little bit more group popping power in here so you can go for a cannon or a boomerang or something like that. I think boomerang is probably my best bet, to be honest. We're going to go for a glaive ricochet with red hot rangs here, and any extra money for right now is going to go into that more glaives for me. Now, be careful, because round, not only are you going to have to deal with random green balloons coming out randomly all over the map, you're also going to have to deal with round 41 is a prime round. So we've got prime happening right here, right frickin' now. That's scary as crap, but it is what it is. All right, so we're going to put her on strong for now, because when she jumps, I want her to either jump on Bloonarius or jump on the ceramics, either frickin' way. I don't really care if she's attacking those balloons over there. It doesn't really matter much. Next thing we're going to do is we said we wanted to alchemize. Let's make sure we alchemize over here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to sell a farm so we can afford our alchemist here. I think that's pretty reasonably important for me. All right, here we go. Big chunks of ceramics. Sawda jumped. Let's see if the boomerang tack shooter combo is going to be enough here. It's going to be close, but not quite enough. We're going to use an extra mortar here to support. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for that fast reload, bigger blast over here. Just kind of support my ceramic action. Just a little bit of help is all we need. Seems like the boomerang got it pretty much covered there, and we're looking good. He's 3/4 dead already. Fantastic. Use the mortar just a little bit more again. And this time it goes super swell. So now we can basically actually get rid of a lot of our extra stuff. So we don't need this anymore. 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 And what we're going to do is we're going to put that money directly into banana farms. So we're going to go for our 4th tier banana farm just to kind of get it out of the way. And even though Bloonarius is not officially dead yet, it doesn't really matter much, to be honest. So, yeah, just got to ignore that. And farm it up a little bit more. All right, Bloonarius. It seems kind of weird to just, like, let him live, but I'm going to leave my texture here until he's dead. Nah, you know what? Screw the texture. We don't need to do that anymore either. We want to farm, bro. We want to farm. All right, we're starting to deal with Bloonarius round 47 here. It's another prime number for us. Bloonarius just about dead. Come on, little cannon. Do that damage. 158. Are you kidding me? That's the weakest Bloonarius I've ever seen officially survive like that. Kind of hilarious, actually. You know what? Oh, Sada didn't even jump on him. All right. So we defeated Tier 1 of Bloonarius. Took us actually 8 rounds. Probably one of the longest Bloonarius that I've ever actually had to fight here. But what this is going to allow us to do is get our heavy farms going and get ready for this next Bloonarius. I'm going to go for a single tower to defend him here. It's going to be kind of nice. All right, guys, you do have to be careful. Round 59 is another prime number for you. That's a bunch of camo leads coming out. If it comes down to it, we'll buy a mortar or something. But I think these two guys can cover it, hopefully. And then for the next round here, we're going to go for that Sky Shredder. $36,000. Doesn't matter what you got to do to make it happen, man. But you're going to need that Sky Shredder to make it freaking happen here. I also got this guy in Wing Monkey here. So here we go. Sky Shredder. Now you got to decide do you want to get camo detection or not. I think it's better to go sharper darts and instead upgrade him with some of these upgrades. So we're going to go for a bigger radius. We're going to go for a jungle drums. We're going to alchemize this guy, and we're going to let the Sky Shredder basically do all the work for us. Here's our jungle drums. Here's our alchemy. And then I don't know if we could pop all the ceramics. I'm going to assume that we can. But if we have to, we'll exit out and come back in and get a cannon or something like that. I would rather put my money into farms. So he's already 1/4 dead. Let's see if this guy can take down all the ceramics. You know, let's at least get this upgrade. All right, Sky Shredder. Why are you off the screen right now? Looks good. All right, so we are able to take him down pretty easily here. Orgasmically fantastic so far. Orgasmically delicious. He's about halfway dead already, but I feel like the money's not rolling in as much as I'd like it to. I mean, it's coming in, don't get me wrong, but it's not rolling. I want it to roll like a giant rock, giant boulder down the hill. Roll faster, my friend. Also, we do have Sawdust abilities now at this point. I mean, we could use them. We want to go a little faster there. It's not no damage. It's just not a super ridiculous amount of damage. All right, next thing we're going to do is we are going to go for an engineer. We're basically going to trade out our Sky Shredder for an engineer. All right, check this out. We do complete Bloonarius, level 2. Takes about 5 rounds that time, but things are going pretty well right now. We're going to get rid of the Sky Shredder. We're going to get rid of our Alchemist. We're going to go for our overclocking on this village. And I'm going to see if I can fit any more farms in range here. I don't think so. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. But we're going to overclock our village so we can get it to have enough range. Oh, no. So we can get enough range to slurp up all these banana farms. And now we've got a nice new setup for more banana farms. All ready to go here, boys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue with the exact same farms that I had before. We're going to go for 2 banana farms for now. But I do have to start getting more defense going because I was relying a lot on my Sky Shredder there to actually pop a lot of these balloons. I'm right now relying a lot on this guy to pop all the balloons, and we just can't let that happen. So what I'm going to do is I think the simplest thing to do is to go for a big one here. All right, so we're going to go for a big one. It's good against balloons, decent enough against mortar, Moabs, and I can move it around if I need to for prime things. Again, I'm going to farm this up all the way, and my goal is actually to get a really nice 5th tier overdrive pretty soon. So we're going to overclock the mortar here. See what I mean? That's why overclock's nice too, because you can kind of just move it around and do it as you wish. It's sweet. Around 71, another prime round. Luckily, we got our mortar all set up here. Like I said, not too bad against Moabs, but definitely devastating against those balloons. And it's good to have an overclock because you can kind of pick and choose when you want to do these overclocks. Whether you want to overclock your farm, or overclock your mortar, or overclock whatever you want to do to make sure that you're going to survive those tough prime rounds. So we do have 73 as another prime round here already, guys. Check this out. Holy crap. Overclock that up the wazizzle. Let's get him up in the front here and just destroy all these balloons as fast as we possibly can. All right, plus if we need to, we can always use Sawdle's ability here. That's what she's there for. And we got 93,000, but that is the money we want to save up here because we want to go for this really nice Ultra Boost. 120K, so it is pricey, but we can start to Ultra Boost all of our towers and get massive amounts of money and massive amounts of power out of this stuff. All right, this is an extremely important part of my strategy. We're going to Ultra Boost this Monkeyopolis. It's basically going to make us more money now, but it's also going to make us consistently more money as well. It'll automatically, even when we stop overclock, just make us a crap ton of money. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to start getting ready to get set up here for this next kind of big chunk of balloons. So I want to get ready for my Sky Shredder. All right, we're going to do him again. He's worth it, I think, just to get him, be done with him, and be happy. Oh, round 79 is a prime number 2. It's sometimes really easy to forget which ones are the prime numbers. But it's okay. It's not the end of the world. What we're going to do now is we are going to get ready for our next set of towers, which is going to be an overclocked Sky Shredder, but we're going to perma-brew him this time. All right, so we're going to get perma-brew, we're going to get strong crash and piercing potions here. And then what we can decide to do is if we want to, we can still overclock our Monkeyopolis to get it to 10 times, and then we can switch over to the Sky Shredder and start overclocking this guy, and this is where the power is really going to come from, boys. All right, check this out. Round 80 here. You can tell getting shredded so far. Absolutely shredded. Mortar, good spot. Let's get this guy. What are we at here? Oh, I can't see because of the boss balloon icon. I think it's 10 times now, maybe 9 times. But let's start overclocking our other towers. And plus, you're going to notice we do have a lot of money right here. We're at 115, 120,000. What are we going to do with all this money? I'm thinking we do something that I never thought would be a good idea. But somebody talked me into it, and I'm going to test it out right here, right now for you guys. We're going to go for the Flying Fortress. And of course, we're going to get that rapid fire and loads more darts. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to overdrive him. All right? Now, the reason why they said that this is really good is not because this guy's actually that good. It's because the buffs that he gets makes him extremely powerful. The buffs are worth more on the big plane than they are on other things for some reason. I don't know why. But any which way, round 83 here are absolutely dominating with 2 planes that have infinite range. And that's perfect for Bloonarius here because we don't really know how much, where the balloons are going to come out. So it's good to just get this guy done up and feel good about it. Look at that. More than halfway dead already. Looking good. Keep it going. Keep it chugging. And it requires no micro from me, which is just absolutely beautiful. Mad and Tax Zone both require some micro here. The infinite range thing is just sweet, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm really liking this so far. Like, really liking this so far. Only problem is it does take a pretty decent amount of time to make it go down. I mean, I'm around 86 right now. That wasn't really quick. But now we can get it set up and probably do our Vengeful Temple for, at least a Temple for 100, and probably our Vengeful Temple for that final round 120 here. And there he is, $75, plus we get a mine for whatever reason. And now, again, it's just kind of a farming zone. We were only 9 times overclocked. That's all right. We'll finish off this last one here. And now my village is officially 10 times overclocked. We can go for this guy. We could probably overclock him for a little bit of extra cash. And I think after that, I think I'm pretty much good. This might seem kind of stupid to you guys, but this is actually a fairly important part of your strategy. You probably want to get your Vengeful Temple to be on water. All right, so even if it seems a little weird to make it on water, like just put it on water, it's going to get some pretty awesome buffs here. So we're going to go for our Sun Temple here. I do have him already with a bunch of range here, so I want to make sure he doesn't absorb anything else. But right after that, we can do basically the exact same thing we just did. Get 4 of these guys going, but realistically, I'm not going to get a Vengeful Temple for round 98 here. For 100, we're going to wait all the way to 120 before we get our Vengeful. And that's pretty much going to be all we got. But for now, what I want to do is I want to get the other 2 towers that I think are just hard to overlook. That is the Mad. Ooh, wait, we don't want him here. We want him over. I guess it doesn't really matter too much where we put him. I want to keep him out of range of my temple, but I actually don't know how I'm going to do that. So we're going to just leave him up in the corner here. Get our Mad. We're going to get focus firing on him. And we're going to let him go to town here. We're going to see how well we can do this, guys. Let's overdrive everybody all together, whatever we can. This is why it's kind of important to get him early, you know? The damage, though, absolutely insane. Look at that, man. Damage. Beautiful. Everybody's working together here. Just about 1/4 done. Let's just speed this up. I think I'm ready to go. I don't think we're going to have any issues here. Though this is Oh my God's coming out right here. That's a chunky amount of Bloons. Another mad explosion here. He's getting in range of all my towers now, though. Oh, look at that damage. Holy crap, he's just about 1/4 of the way dead. Woo! All right, let's overclock. Big plane again, I guess, 9 times. Let's go for that last bad ability here, and that should clean up this Bloonarius level 4. And all we've got left is Bloonarius level 5. No problem here, guys. We got to watch out because there is some random prime numbers over here. All right, there we go. Tier 4 is popped. We got about $500,000, though, so that's good news for us. We're going to go for this guy. That's our magic. We're going to go for, I think, extra large traps probably good. I'm going to show you guys how to build them just in case you don't know how to build them. Even if you just get a true sun god, that's good enough. But a vengeful is extra important here if you have the monkey knowledge to allow that to happen. For our military, we're going to again go for this heli pilot. Nice and easy, a little overkill, but it's okay. And then for our primary, we're going to go for the primary Moab Dom. Now, what we've got to be careful of is now our Permabrew is actually in range here, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a support Chinook. We're going to move him out of the way here and keep up with our overclocks. I think at this point, overclocking the temple is probably the most important thing. So let's get that all done. Let's get this Vengeful going, and we'll make it happen for you guys. All right, guys, here it is. True Vengeful Sun God. Hopefully, we got 2 5th-tier Super Monkeys in addition outside of the range, plus $50,000 worth of primaries, militaries, magics, and supports. We got the military, primary, magic, and support. We're going to go for it. True Sun God, do it. If all goes well, we'll get a Vengeful right here and now. Come on, absorb them. Beautiful. All right, love to see it, man. Now we're ready to go for round 120 here. This should be pretty breezy. Last thing I got to do is overclock this guy one last time here to get it to 10 times over. Realistically, we don't need this anymore. We can do whatever we want here, but realistically, I think our best bet is just to kind of watch this guy die. Last thing we got to do is, we can do 2 things. Told you we want to put him on the water, and that's for a reason. We want to buff him by getting a flagship carrier. We also want to buff him by making sure he's perma-brewed. So let's get that going, and that'll give us a bunch of extra damage in here. You can see the immense amount of damage coming out of this guy right now. Bloonarius Prime will not survive. Let's watch him die here. Bad balloons popping out, schmad balloons popping out. It doesn't even matter at this point. But don't forget, the elite version is next. And he is going to have not just 3 million health, but 40 million health here, guys. Frickin' ridiculous. Ooh, you know what he doesn't have? He doesn't have cam detection. I'm not even sure I can get him cam detection, but we'll try, I guess. He's got cam detection now? Yeah, he's got cam detection now. Good. all right, $500,000. Our health, 300,000 health, 200,000 health, and he is dead. Boop. Bloonarius gets defeated just like that, my friends. It was a tough battle, but it wasn't tough enough. We get another Bloonarius icon, $145, 25 trophies, not bad, tech bot, and 030 boomerang. Love it, guys. Looking good. And then it's just, I feel like there needs to be a better victory screen, you know? Or like, you are victorious, or like victorious kind of music to end it off here. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure you press that like button for me. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure you have a super duper delicious day.